GrudgeInc.us or NGRA.net. Well, we're going to start off with Prostock Joe and take a poetic pause.
After a small pause, we are back. As you know, we broke down the off-the-clock region for Grudge Inc. into different regions. And we have 4 regions we're going to discuss today. Start off with our #1 region will be Prostock Joe, president of the NGRA. Mr. Prostock Joe, thank you. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much, dog. In the 2014 season, Grudge Inc.'s done a very admirable thing, breaking down the country into regions. There's always been back and forth about which region of the country is best. We'll go over those things today. I'm going to talk about the Northeast region, Region 1, which begins in the south at the great state of North Carolina, the Tar Heel State, and extends all the way north as far as New York and Connecticut. Now, there are several notable figures in that are within Region 1. Of them, you would name folks like the DC Sniper, Pro Mod, Big Block Nitrosated Pro Mod. You would name Camp 3M, Mac, Melvin, and Monroe with the Silver Bullet S10 truck. You would also name Racing Jason and Poor Kid Productions of the great state of New Jersey, the Garden State. Wicked Bird out of the DMV, that's DC, Maryland, and Virginia, collectively as they are known together. He has a Thunderbird. That's why they call it the Wicked Bird, and wicked it is. Big Block as well. Then there's Big George, streetcar guy. Big George has the heart as big as the whole state of Maryland, the whole district of DC where he's from. Then there's Short Dog Racing, and Nephew, and the 4 Horsemen, Mean Gene and Kenny Beecham. Then there's Big Dick, that's Gigantor and the Nasty Boys with Gangster, Lean, and Pooh out of North Carolina. Dobbs Racing out of North Carolina as well. Then we have Virginia Slim and William Brown, obviously out of Virginia. And we also have the Old Jackson, Herb the Ruler, and Django. Several notable figures. Also, I would be remiss if I did not mention the Pro Mod heavyweight champ of the world, Mighty Joe Young. Those guys out of Buffalo and New Jersey collectively, and their car, Pro Mod, car called the Superman, is driven by none other than Ronnie Gardner out of Piedmont, North Carolina. So now, I named a lot of folks, but now names to watch out for. Racing Jason would be at the top of my list. That guy was the Northeast Grudge Racer of the Year for 2012, I do believe, 2 years running. But 2013 was not a stellar year for him. As a matter of fact, it was quite a downer. He got beat on a couple of occasions by Mac and Melvin and the Silver Bullet, and overall did not have a good racing year. It came down to World Grudge Nationals, the biggest and baddest race on the planet, in Rockingham, July 4th weekend of 2013. But they came down there, and it was a no-show. He was a no-show. He did not compete. He did not engage, and that is very uncharacteristic, very unlike that team, Poor Kid Production. So you can look for them to be to try and regain their footing, retake their place in the 2014 race campaign. Also, I would talk about the DC Sniper, Matt Sweet and Tim Booth. Those guys were once kings of the Pro Mod world when they teamed up with Dobbs Racing out of North Carolina. They are going solo this year. They've gone on the offensive. They made some improvements, and we look for them to have a stellar year as well. The 4 Horsemen, Kenny Beecham, has done the unthinkable in the 2013 season. He has beat the 2012 back half Grudge Racer of the Year, Big Sexy, Jimmy McFadden from the great state of South Carolina, from the South region, which will be discussed just momentarily here. But he did the unthinkable. He beat him twice, and in that, as such, he has to be one of the names that we speak about when we talk about those folks to watch in the 2014 campaign. The 4 Horsemen, they put their team together. Mean Gene has got a new 02 Camaro, burgundy in color. I think he's primed it now, but again, another car to watch. And Small Block O's John, the other member, rounded out with Nephew Pete. Again, other folks to watch, Gigantor. All 6'7" of him. Big Dick is what I call him. That's my man from the great state of North Carolina, a small town called Chatham. Those guys, every time they come to the racetrack, they have to race. They will race John Force, Kenny Bernstein, and